Welcome back to part 2 of my polygel series. Today we'll be going over application in detail for almond and square nails. I already covered nail prep in part 1, so you can check that out on my page. I also have lots of in-depth polygel tutorials located on the playlist on my page and on my YouTube channel. So after nail prep, we are going to size out and glue on our nail tips. I use polygel as an acrylic alternative, so I use half cover tips. I like to make sure they fit sidewall to sidewall and that there's a seamless transition from the natural nail to the free edge. The nail tip serves as your guide during application, so try to make it as perfect as you can. Next, we are getting our slip solution ready. I use 70% isopropyl alcohol. This is the liquid that helps mold your polygel, so you will periodically dip your brush into the liquid throughout application. Just make sure that your brush is not oversaturated. I like to dip mine into the dappen dish and then drain a little bit out. Polygels I'm using today are from my brand. I'm starting off with Wispy Peach, and we are going to start with application for a square nail. So after placing a bead where the natural nail meets the nail tip, you want to start flattening it out to something that looks something like this. From there, you should be able to gently pat and drag the rest of the product down. The key with polygel is to work on top of the product. You don't want to apply too much pressure and stab into the product, if that makes sense. Just work on top of it lightly, use gentle patting and dragging motions. You want to go ahead and cure that first bead, and for the second bead, we are placing it below the cuticle area and then working our way down. I'll show that in more detail here. Again, we are placing the product where the natural nail meets the nail tip, and I'm starting to use patting motions, and once it's flattened to my liking, I'm starting to drag down, but I'm using light pressure. You can also swipe backwards with polygel, which is a great way to smooth the polygel out as well. It may not seem like it in the video, but I am trying to use lighter pressure at the free edge just so I don't drag down too much product and mess up the application I've already done. And as you can see, using a larger brush helps a ton with application. This is the polygel brush from my brand as well. The 2-bead method is great for building up the apex and structure of the nail kind of naturally, especially as a beginner. So as you can see, I've placed the second bead below the cuticle area, and I am tucking the product into the cuticle area using the corners of my brush. A lot of this really is about brush control as well, so the more you practice, the more comfortable you will get. You can see I'm tilting my brush from side to side as well to get into the corners, and then I'm just gently dragging the rest of that product down with light pressure so we don't remove the apex or the structure that we've built up. You can also do more of a 1-bead method, so I'm using our Pink Essence polygel for an almond / stiletto shape, but it's pretty much the same process. You start by patting the product into place and then starting to drag it down. And again, the nail tip and shape is really serving as your guide. You can remove any excess product or use it on another nail. And there's still plenty of product here to just basically tuck into that cuticle area using the corners of our brush. I hope this helps. Part 3 will be all about shaping square and almond nails, so stay tuned, and you can shop all of the products that I use through the link in my bio.